that's for if someone wants to add money.
Okay.
Guys,
Go ahead.
Guys, we're going to show y'all what our style of fireworks are because we're not going to spend money on fireworks because we spend enough on these damn things. So we're going to crack the garages for you, and Dad's going to start his up first, and then I'm going to let his warm up, and then I'll start mine up because mine will start a little faster than his. But y'all, get ready.
Yeah, we're going to let them bald eagles scream, boy. And piss off some neighbors, too. We're going to do that along the way because we don't live out in the country. We sound country, but we don't live in the country. I want to see some flames shooting out of these things.
We're gonna crack the doors so we don't get carbon monoxide.
This is for the new year. Come on. I want to see some flames shooting out. We have warmed them up a little bit. We did start them. They're not complete. They're not complete. How much you want to bet?
Boys, that's how we let the American Eagles fly.
The women will be out here very, very soon. I'm surprised the mom's not out here.
What the hell are you guys doing?
Hey, we're a little drunk.
Hey, that's how we let the mullets free and we fly the American flag, y'all. We
It's New
appreciate
Year's, not 4th of July.
Oh yeah. That's my bad. You still let the American flag fly though.
Yeah, we always fly that American flag. We were given a
There's
4th of July
in the
speech.
front yard. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it stays out
I
there.
believe I might have seen $6,000 on the old RPM.
That was not.
gas.
Hey, those motors were a little warm. Probably not warmed enough, but
They're warm enough to not touch the headers.
they were. We started. You started them and let them run a little bit before we did all that. So it wasn't like they was just a straight up cold engine, but definitely revving them a little high. But
Chris is finally back.
Yep.
We appreciate y'all coming back for our second round, but we just wanted to give y'all a little New Year's ring.
yeah, and this is a test trial. We're doing all this. We know people are doing their New Year's thing, and we got one. I think we got one subscriber or one viewer right now, and we appreciate you viewing. If you want to comment down there, that'd be awesome. Tell us things maybe we could do better. But this is all a test. We just got monetized. This was something that was new that was opened up for us to do, and we're just testing it out, giving it a little test run. Had a few beers in us. We're here with Dad and my brother, so we're just hanging out. I hadn't seen these guys. Well, I saw them last week, but before that, it had been a few months before I was able to get back home. So it's good to be home and just hang out with family. But I hope you guys are having a good New Year and get ready to take 2021 by the balls. You know.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna take over 2021. Make it our own little twist on it.
Absolutely. Yeah. I see nothing but good things for the channel. We got a lot of stuff. We got tons of content between the Chevelle, the Camaro, his truck, my Corvette, which I haven't done a lot with, and my truck too. I mean, that's 5 vehicles that we have that we can get content on. I mean, we got a little bit of something for everybody. So that's one good thing with our channel is, if you're into the old school stuff, we got that.
Old school.
Yeah, we like the older stuff, and that's why I got the Corvette to add something new in there. I like new cars. We like new cars too, but they're easier. It's easier and cheaper to modify. Well, I wouldn't say cheap, but to modify these older cars, it's a little easier to do than on like a 2017 Corvette. Let me tell you, there ain't nothing cheap for that car. That's why I haven't bought nothing.
There ain't nothing cheap, period.
Corvette tax is not a lot, let me tell you, especially on a new one. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and hopefully I'll be able to get a newer style car for the channel too. At some point, we plan on.
Yeah, we need something. I need to eventually get something that I can tow with.
Yeah, we both got to get tow rigs. We got to get trailers and tow rigs.
Hey, I got a brand new truck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got the tow rig. We don't have that.
I mean, tell them. I mean, I destroyed that truck.
Yeah, it went through a pretty bad wreck, and we put a whole new frame underneath it. And
It's like it was the day I drove it off the showroom.
it's actually better than the day he drove it off the showroom.
Yeah, what they're talking about is dad was in a head-on collision, a year ago?
Yeah.
A year ago, and he luckily wasn't hurt really bad, but I mean, it was scary.
The car was
Scares you.
hurt more than
Yeah,
him.
the car was hurting more than him. Dad's built a fucking brick house. I can't speak. Built like a brick house. We're a little drunk.
Yeah.
But anyways, he made it through, doing pretty good. But the truck was pretty fucked up. And Daniel, cool story, took it to his shop. Daniel fixed it. They put a whole new frame up underneath it,
Yeah.
and did all the body work on it. So that's what Dad was talking about. But it's a good towing truck.
I
I mean,
wouldn't trade that truck now for nothing.
I
yeah,
couldn't trade it for
it's
nothing.
a good truck, man. It's built like a rock.
I wouldn't trade it if it could.
Not for what
It's
it
like
did.
it
You might
was
as well
the day I
just
drove
keep
off the showroom.
Yeah, you might as well just keep that truck forever. We'll LSA swap it here, put a blower on it for you. Once we get the channel growing, though, we got to get the channel bigger, make a little bit more money off this channel, and we can put that more into the cars. Like all of us, we're kind of all going through the same things you guys are with the COVID and all that. And, me and Megan are actually trying to have a kid. So if we have a kid coming around the corner, that's going to be money going to diapers. So I'm trying to start a business here in about a year, too. So I got to kind of watch. I have some money to spend, but I got to kind of watch what I spend so I can't go too crazy. But
I've been trying to tell him to give me a little bit of that money, spread the wealth, and be like a secondary stimulus package just for my brother.
Megan's the one that controls the money, not me.
But yeah, guys, I mean, we appreciate y'all stopping by and doing all the things y'all do with the likes and the comments and the we encourage that. I mean, really, comment on any of the videos. We don't mind answering. It may be Chris or it may be me. But guys, we appreciate everything y'all do for us.
Yeah, and we're going to get better for you guys too. We're going to do better with the editing. We're going to do better with our material. At least I know that's what I'm telling myself. I know sometimes I rush through things or I'm like, skip steps. I'm going to start doing a better job for you guys, get better content out there for you. Because
And the cars are fit when they get fixed.
once we get the cars fixed, and I'm hoping to be back here in a year, maybe a little longer.
Yeah.
Hopefully a year I can be back here. We can get video of us racing. Like we've got 2 LS swap trucks. It'd be cool to see those race. He's going 5.3. I want a 6.0.
Which I've already told him that I got his ass. I'm coming for him.
So as soon as I can get
I'll
back,
tell you what. Let's make a grudge race right now.
I'll grudge race right now. I don't care.
Listen, this is on live, so we're gonna do this right now. $100 to the winner
When and where?
at a dead stop.
Okay. No, you're gonna kill me at a disc. You got the drag rate.
We'll do the best 2 out of 3. How about that?
Okay.
So we'll do a dead stop, a 40 roll, and what else could we do?
Do like a 20 roll,
So we'll do a dead stop, a 40, and a 20.
20 and a 40.
Best 2 out of 3, $100.
That'll work.
Y'all heard it first. I'm coming after his ass.
Okay. Deal.
I'm gonna get him though. So
I'll
what
be
we
there to bail them both out.
Yeah, so pretty much what we've done with the trucks is Chris's truck is the more
And I'm gonna go bigger cam
yeah.
here like soon, like when the truck's down here.
Chris has got the more of a higher end build truck versus like mine's more of the budget build.
Here's the budget build. Everything that's on my truck. Well,
the cam's the only thing that I went a little extensive on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got my truck does have some nice parts on it. The guy that built it, from what I understand,
And
guy
you're a 6.0.
Yeah, guy
Mine's
owned a company. He put some money. This guy had money because he owned his own business and put some money in this truck. But Dad's going to sleep. We're just rambling. Like I said, guys, we're drunk. We're just testing
I'll
this out.
outrun him too in the Camaro. You want about $100? No,
I tell you, it'd be a cool video for me to do, like old school versus like carbureted
Fuel
versus
and-
LS.
Or no, carbureted versus fuel injection.
There's no.
Yeah, that would be a good video too. The white 3rd gen with the Chevelle. They do like a video comparing carburetor because I mean.
It's no comparison.
No, I don't know. So you get a carburetor tuned right and get it adjusted right. That what's that street racing channel? They do carburetors, dude. And that old man can tune a fucking carburetor, boy. He can.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with
scene.
there ain't nothing wrong with the carburetor. I mean, these fuel injection things are great and all, and this thing starts up, but getting the bugs worked out of it, it's not for the faint of heart. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. But I want to make one point though. The reason everyone goes with the LS is the LS is just a better design motor than these old 350s.
It really is.
The heads are better flowing. They're just a little bit easier to tune. versus a
Well, not only
carbureted.
that, I mean, so let's just take an example for the Camaro motor. I spent just on the bottom end of it, without all the bright work on it, all the valve covers and the intake and all that, just for the bottom end, you're looking at $5 to $6 grand for a small block. Now what that gets you is pretty much about 400 horsepower to the wheels. And that's a rough estimate. I mean, that depends on if you go stroker, if you put a 400 crank in it, you can get a little bit more power out of them. It's just depending on how much you want to spend. So $5 grand on the limit. You can take an LS 5.3, put a bigger cam in it, better set of heads, a good intake, and make way more than 400 horsepower on a 5.3. This is a 5.7. So
Yeah, you can pick up a 6.0 like that one you got. You paid $500 for it.
yeah, the 6.0s are a little harder to find, but the 5.3s are where you're going to
5.3s,
find.
I mean, yeah, but if you can find the 6.0s, they're
And even the 4.8s.
Why did you do that? Why did you spend the money on that engine?
because he was first.
No, to be realistic, why I spent that much money is I really wanted to build an engine to prove that the small blocks are still great. They're not. Everybody
That's
thinks
the real reason why?
Yeah, everybody thinks that the small blocks are going out of style, that the LSs are coming in. I want to prove that a small block will still run against an LS any day of the week. And I did do some upgraded parts and stuff like that to it. So, and I haven't even thrown nitrous to this car. This engine will take 100 hit to it. I mean, this thing could make
Oh, yeah,
600
no,
horsepower.
It wasn't because you had one hell of an engine builder.
I did really have a
telling
good.
you.
And the crazy thing about the engine builder is his name is Paul Walker. And if y'all follow the Fast and Furious like I did through my early 2000s and all that, it was just great to have a good guy like that build an engine. He built engines for the Nashville Fairgrounds for years for racers over there. The guy can build a hell of an engine, and he's one of them guys. You tell him, you can't tell him, do whatever it needs to be done, because if you do, you're going to end up with like I am, $11,000 small block Chevy motor. But after it's all said and done, the engine's built, and I wouldn't change it for the world. I would probably rather build an LS
learned
versus.
a lot about that stuff, though, man. It was a learning experience.
I learned a lot about engines that I
You
didn't know.
started at the bottom, you work your way up.
Yeah, before I built this engine, I knew nothing about engines, except for I could change like some oil and do some small stuff. But Paul helped me through that and teach me a lot about, how to build an engine. And it takes a lot to build these things, the clearance levels and
all the stuff, all the specs and stuff you got to go by.
Yeah, there's a lot of specs. There's a lot more specs on the small block than there is really like the LSs. The small block.
At the end of the day, in my opinion, I'm an LS fanboy. At the end of the day, you can't beat an LS motor.
You really can't. Not
or
for
the new LT motors. I mean, that motor that's in my Corvette, dude, for a stock motor, that car's fast.
Really, what
we rode in it, you drove it. I mean, dude, it's a
really
car for what it is.
Really, what our ideal was, me and Chris, was when he had the Trans Am. I wanted to run the Camaro against the Trans Am.
3rd gen versus a 4th gen.
Yeah, both 5.7 motors. The first generation of the 5.7, the 350, versus the new generation of the 5.7, the LS. And that was kind of our plan, but then, things changed and Chris got a
I still think
car.
the truck versus this would be good. 6.0 LS versus a 5, because the only difference, I could either do a 5.3 or a 6.0.
Well, they're very similar.
LS 1 5.7.
They're very similar in weight, and actually this motor is bored out, so technically it's bigger than a 5.7.
So it's quite closer to a 6.0.
It's probably I'd have to figure out the math, but it's a 358 cubic inch small block.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that would equal out into liters.
I don't know if y'all remember. I took y'all through the Corvette.
No, I remember that. We went to the factory too.
When y'all
through the plant.
But
we went to
when you were little kids.
Yeah. Daniel got to start that one.
And they wouldn't let us go through the engine department because they had just come out, the LS motor.
Mm-hmm.
And it was top secret. Everything was top secret. They couldn't let nobody in there.
It had to have been in 98.
And I thought.
No, it was early.
No,
early 2000s.
It had. No, it had. Yeah, because I had my new pickup truck I just bought. It was a 2000.
Yeah,
so it had
was
to be
right
around.
There at 2000, 2001.
Because that C5 started in 98,
He's right.
I believe.
He's right.
Yeah, because it had the flip up. It still had
97
the.
98.
But
it was still top.
Headlights.
It was
That would
top
be
secret. They
C5.
wouldn't let us in the engine department.
I wanted to take it through the dyno.
I thought Chevrolet has come up with something that they won't let nobody see that engine.
I mean, really, the only thing they changed were like the heads.
No, they changed a lot.
No, they changed
the
a lot more than that.
The valley plate, the cam placing, and everything is all different.
Yeah.
I just knew the heads were different.
Yeah, because an LS has got the top.
They're still push rod engines. I mean, it's
yeah, but like LSs, you can just tighten down the.
I'm just glad y'all are into the LSs because that computer crap, I can't handle it. It just
It doesn't have a distributor hole. That's another one.
Yeah,
I knew that. I wasn't trying to nitpick everything. I was
Well, the
saying big
LTs,
exchange.
It's a
LTs
350 with a whole bunch of sensors.
the LTs
right
they
there.
first come out with the
That's what I was
distributor on
trying to
the crank.
Yeah, the LTs are more closer to the LSs versus the small blocks. The small blocks were
Personally, I
like,
think the LTs were junk.
they were actually really good motors.
They were good motors, but the concept with the distributor on the crank and all, it was rocket shit.
If you took all the fucking safety shit that GM put on it, it was actually a really good motor. The LT1 motors, they had good heads on them. Now you could buy, you could buy superchargers for them that were really. There's actually a company that sells a
I got a
supercharger
friend
for
that's
this engine.
got a 98 Trans Am with the LT in it, and he's changed it over to the compact.
LS1 style.
Yeah.
He's LS1 style computer and
He
A
got rid of
guy
the
in Canada,
Arctic Spark.
he got a guy with a guy in
Arctic Spark.
Canada that changed it over. Man, it's made it one hell of a motor.
Yeah. Now there's guys that have built LTs out of like those old Camaro stuff that are pretty fast. I mean, they're iron block. You can boost them.
Yeah.
Like there's guys that build them. You know.
But the LS motor has put GM way
Because if you go to some of those Trans Am and Camaro pages,
So hang on,
They'll argue
we're
about
getting
that.
a little bit out of topic here.
We're just
Or not
talking.
topic, but we're just sitting here talking. I
I'm
don't
sitting my
want to
fat ass down.
get. Yeah, Chris is gonna sit down. He's out of breath.
My feet hurt. I'm old.
Yeah, my feet actually are. This concrete's killing me right now.
Yeah, my feet get to hurt. Yeah, I am a pussy.
But we're hoping to really put out a video probably in the next couple of days. We're gonna try to finish up the one we started.
Yeah, I'm
staying on them constantly. New videos.
Since I've been back to work, it's really been tough. And then, also Chris being in Georgia, we definitely are trying to put out more videos. But we've got a video for the past couple of weeks. We're gonna put something together and put it out.
The video that he's talking about that y'all haven't seen because we haven't made it yet, but we're kind of working on my truck and we went to Dillon's to look at that truck. Nothing really got done on the your truck really, but my truck we're gonna work on. I already replaced the spark plugs like we talked earlier, and I'm gonna replace that O2 sensor, see if I can get that mist to go away.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put some new O-rings for the injectors too to eliminate any kind of vacuum leak there.
And hopefully I can drive it too, because last time I got to drive it was raining, and I'd really like to drive it in the dry weather and see how it really handles.
But it's gonna be here for a couple of weeks. If we can get it to stop missing, you can drive it to work every now and then.
Yeah. And we got some other stuff for it.
Hell no, in that parking lot and get it all beat up.
We've got some other stuff for it that we've kind of planned that I've talked
You
to
drive it.
Chris.
You're not used to drive something that low. I come back and the front bumper be ripped off of it.
We're talking about doing the bed liner in his truck.
I definitely want to do that bed line.
Yeah. There's a company that makes a pretty cool bed liner for that. That's pretty much a spray-in system that's fairly cheap and probably a good besides going with car liner or something like that.
And don't forget, we're gonna do some work on the Chevelle.
Yeah. We got some stuff planned for the Chevelle.
We're
It
gonna-
still can get its ass waxed though.
The Chevelle's a cruiser, man. It's a cruiser.
It's a cruiser.
I say we put a 454 LSX motor in there, and we add a couple turbos. We lower it down, do some Detroit
Wow,
speed.
he's been
suspension,
trying-
This is a 68,
He said something about
396
racing.
4-speed.
race.
You know how many of them they made?
Oh, probably a ton.
No.
The only thing you need to do is if you do anything, take the call. Just take the call and just tell them
No.
build it.
It's fine, just like it is. It just needs a little dressing up.
It smokes like a sieve.
It's old school.
With it running fat.
It runs better. We had some timing in his car because it was what were we like 400 RPMs? Like it was, dude. I was like,
Yes.
there's no way this should be right for an engine. Bump
It was
us-
idled at 400.
Dude, it was idle super low.
And
It was
That has
like,
nothing to do with timing.
it does, yeah.
Your engine idle?
Yeah, because if you bump the timing up and you don't adjust the idle screw, it bumps
Oh,
the
I thought you
idle
were
up.
saying that it was because the timing was out. It was running at an idle at 400.
It was.
It don't like the cold. It don't
No,
like
his
it.
motherfucker had it down to like.
It has a carburetor. It don't like the cold.
Well, at the end of the day, you're adjusting the idle screw of the carburetor.
It's like
yeah,
me.
but he had it down at like.
It's
way
summertime
too low of an
motor.
idle.
Yeah, well, no, he had it way down on.
A big block does idle.
Timing,
A big block does
timing.
idle lower.
Yeah, but he had the distributor down to like 9%, 9 degrees.
I don't know.
of
But it
Distributor.
sounded good. It would shoot.
Oh, it had a fat cam in it, but it's still.
I
got
do
a-
remember it sounding like that. It did.
It's still got a fat cam in it. It's just I bumped that timing up on it, and it loved it.
What's it
Yeah,
idle at warm temperature?
About 900.
Yeah,
That's too hot for a
500.
big block. They'll tell you. Yeah, they will. They'll tell you. People on here, I'll tell you. I'm telling you, I work around big blocks. They say they idle lower. I promise you. They say you're supposed to idle on about 600. My truck 6.0.
Oh, I can't swear that it idles at 900.
It's close. I set it at like 800.
7 or 8, I think.
Yeah, I would bump
Yeah.
it. I'd bump it down around
Well,
700.
When he was running it at 6, it was burning plugs out of it.
How was it?
Yeah, I mean he couldn't keep the plugs in it. He was
Yeah,
constantly.
that's when you need to go back to your carburetor and adjust your fuel level. How much fuel you got coming in to adjust
But
your
we
jets.
bought a hotter plug, and it helped it a lot. And it's helped. Hotter plugs have helped a few other cars around here. I know.
timing.
I don't know that old. I don't know tuning.
Cars love timing. The way Dylan's dad was telling me, he's like on the Holley EFI sheet, it starts out at 25 degrees of timing. It doesn't have anything lower than that on the sheet.
Playing with it. You gotta
Well,
play with
anything
it.
naturally aspirated loves timing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, turbo cars, yes, you have to take timing out of them, but naturally aspirated cars, you don't have to. Now, you put nitrous on this, yeah, you're going to have to pull some timing out of it.
No clue.
Well,
All right, guys,
I don't
we're
know.
too drunk for this. Someone commented.
We're having fire. Yeah, they commented ages ago. You just now noticing it?
Type things.
TH.
Hey,
I can cover this.
Sure.
I didn't want you to. So, yeah, so this is how it works. We didn't get any likes.
But Happy New Year, folks.
But whoever's been watching this, I don't know if they just accidentally left their phone on or if they're still watching us, but we got one person watching us.
We've had one person watching us the whole time. Just one person.
Well, we had
Happy
trouble.
New Year. You are.
We had trouble getting the.
We can share this. Oh,
I'm
we could have
happy-
shared it to Facebook.
Yeah. Share it to Facebook.
Damn, we should have. And no, while we were live, I could have had it on
Oh.
Facebook.
Yeah, I didn't realize it had where you could
We
share
can
it.
start all over again.
No, we ain't starting all over again. I don't think my motor can take anymore.
But we probably didn't want to
Let
share
all the
that
heat
one on
out.
Facebook,
It's time
because it
to
would've-
build the heat up in the
I already
garage
showed
again.
it, shared my one video on Facebook.
It's time for another Jack and Coke.
I agree. Happy New Year's, guys. We're going to get off here. We
Happy
kind of
New
figured
Year.
out how it works. But thanks for watching, guys. All right,
I
see
wish we could have done some burnouts for you because there's no wheels on the car.
It's too cold for that.
Plenty warm enough to do tire smoke.
you. All right, peace.